Auto insurance all seems the same until it's time to use it. With USAA, it's easy to file claims.
Stop being boring! We'll be right back. Barry!
Old Spice gives you 24/7 lasting scent.
Move into the future with the Xfinity 10G network. A reliable connection even with everyone online. Plus quick and easy install options.
Happy Thursday, everybody, and welcome to tonight's stream. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a great week so far. Mine has been kind of all over the place, chaotic. Some parts of it were good, but it's mostly been a bummer. But it's okay. I'm glad to be streaming with you guys tonight. So tonight we are continuing our playthrough of The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. I'm on vacation, so I'm doing great. You're on vacation? That's awesome, buddy. Not going anywhere, just chilling at home. Staycation is the best vacation to me, honestly. I mean, unless you're going to go to Japan or something cool like that, but definitely love me a good staycation. It's good to see you on stream tonight. I missed you. Hope you guys are doing great. Nothing like a birthday with the kids. Wait. Whose birthday is it? Is it your... Did I miss your birthday? Oh my god, I missed your birthday. I'm so sorry. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Sending you lots of love and positivity. I love you so much. You're 30? I turned 32 last month, so not far behind me. But you still have 2 more years. I can't get those back. Well, I'm glad that you're having a good birthday. You get to hang out with the kids. You're on vacation. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you're on stream tonight. So guys, we are continuing this playthrough. It's been quite a while since we were playing this. We're actually still in the prologue, which is hilarious because for any of you who knows anything about the Trails games, the prologues are ridiculously long, and here we are 3 hours in, and we're still in the prologue. I think we're almost out. I think we're about to hit chapter 1, I believe. Okay, so I think we've completed all of our requests we have. That's absolutely fantastic. Now, let's see if I can figure out exactly where we need to go. Okay, so we need to go find each of the leaders of the gangs. Also, just to let you guys know, and I'll remind you guys quite a few times, probably at least once every stream. I'll also post about it on social media. But on February 17th, I will be doing my 3-year streamiversary stream. It's 3 years. Actually, my streamiversary is February 5th, but I moved the stream to the 17th. So, guys, it's 3 years since I became affiliate on Twitch. 3 years. It's a long time. We are 641 followers and we currently have 1 subscriber. That's pretty awesome to have 641 followers. I'm very proud of that, and I just want to thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for all your support over these 3 years. And we're still going strong. I'm still excited to stream even more games for you guys. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly we're going to have planned for that stream. I'm thinking that, hey, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So now we have Ragrathist and Sir Conway in stream, so now it's a party. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where these... It's been so long since I've played the beginning of this. I'm trying to figure out where the rival gangs are. What was I saying? I got sidetracked. Oh yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what to do for the 3-year streamiversary stream. I'm thinking about doing some multiplayer games, maybe like some Jackbox games, possibly some Mario Kart, Among Us, Fortnite, all kinds of things. Waiting for my mom at the airport, so I'll have you in my ear for the time being. That's fine, buddy. I really needed this. I really needed to be on stream tonight. I've missed you guys all week. It's been a very rough week for me work-wise, and I've been very, very stressed, and I'm just so glad to be here with you guys relaxing and playing an awesome RPG. So one thing I can't stand about Crossbell is that I get all of the different areas mixed up, and I'm trying to find not the back alley. What am I thinking of right now? No, not Station Street. You vote for Mario Kart? Granted, I won't have everything unlocked. So, we can play Mario Kart, but I have nothing unlocked for it. I can promise you that right now. Okay, that's the exit. It has been so freaking long since I played this, I can't even get my bearings. Okay, this is the residential district. This is not where I need to be. Entertainment. I was thinking it was near Harbor. Yeah, we'll definitely probably have to throw some Mario Kart in there. Harbor District. Okay, so now I just need the... What's this way? East Street. Okay, I think it's near East Street. It is. Okay, I'm going the right way now. Now I figured it out. Downtown District. That's it. Both rival gangs should be down here. Okay, so I think I already talked to this gang before. Well, now we need to go find Wazzy. Okay, here we go, finally.
かなかいい趣味してるぜ。
トリニティ。
なるほど。
I really wish they had dubbed this. I don't mind the sub, but I really like the characters' voices from the more modern Trails games.
先ほどはどうも。一応営業してるみたいだね。何の用だ。
さあ、先ほどの借りも、
待て。
なぜ止める。
ここは聖域。ワジ。
いいんじゃない。
Oh my god, Wazzy is like one of my favorite characters in these games. He is just awesome.
なんだこのノリは。
何かの儀式みたいね。
で、何？警察はお呼びじゃないって言ったはずだけど、そちらに用がなくても君たちに少しばかり。言っておくけど、近所の住民には迷惑だろうけど、別に君たちの争いを止め、君たちがそれを聞かせてもらいに来た。
それは
口を出す。
その様子だとどうか聞かせてくれない？あのさ、それを知ってどうするの？遊撃士ならまだしも、僕たちダウンタウンに住む警察の対応が不十理由を知ったからといって人を守るのが仕事だっていう。おい、
ちょっとロイド。
やれやれ。ギブアンドテイクなしに情報だけをいや、ギブな。捜査官の仕事は少なくとも俺は、もし君たちが
I'm pretty sure we have to fight him.
できると思う。それが
こりゃま。
いいね。そんな臭いセリフロイドって言ったっけ？いえ、別に。それでどうなん？本気で潰し合う理由。あんな決め台詞まで聞かせ。アッパス、おし。
わかった。名乗っていなく、俺はアッバス。
でかいな。
事の発端はうちのメンバーの一人が
闇討ち？
そのただの
後頭部に一撃食らって
一方的にやられたやつは。
そいつはエグいな。その
病院からの連絡では手当ては済んだようだが、今連絡。
そうか。
やっぱり
伝えたところでそれに犯人は明確だ。
そう。待ってください。襲われた人はならどうして
そういえばひょっとして、まあ何せうちは連中とマジ捜査官の君なら。そうだな。そのメンバーが襲われた場所。バイパーの連中が通ること。
決め手となったのは主に打撃によるものだったまるで。
打撃による傷跡と。
なるほど。
確かに。
話は大体はありがとう。それはいいけど、報復はやめろとか。個人的にはもちろん今はまだサーベルバイパーの話も聞いて。なるほど。ならまあ。
So basically, what the party's doing right now is that they're investigating an attack on one of the testaments, which is the guys in blue here. Their group is called the Testaments. Their leader's Wazzy. And we're basically going between the Vipers and the Testaments to try to figure out what exactly happened and if the Vipers actually attacked the Testament member. Because there's a gang war about to happen and we're trying to prevent that.
また来たのかよ。だからお前らみたいな警察とバルドさんが話をすっとっとと帰れよな。
困ったな。
というか
さんに頼まれてテスタメンツどもが入らないよう別に他の先
なるほど。でもだったら案内してくれてもいいんじゃない？
さっき先輩たちと戦ってた
戦ったとあなたたちのリーダーだって。それでも信用でき。
おい
エリーさん、どうぞ。私の銃をあなたには大切にしているものだからちゃん。
いいよ、そこバルドさんに聞いてくる。
やれやれ。
びっくりしました。
すごいな、あんな交渉の仕方。
こういったでもあのバルドって人バジ君の時みたいに
なあ。
バルドさんがお呼びで入ってもいいけど。
それじゃ。
Okay, so Wald is the leader of the Vipers, and I'm pretty sure that we have to fight Wald on a one-on-one fight with Lloyd.
耳障りですね。
なるほど、ライブハウスか。
いいかし。こいつら。どうやら青坊主どもからは一通り。それで
いや、そう君たちが本気で潰し合う理由、それを
おい、どうい
テスタメンツの事情聴取で
真実は見ている。だからいくつもの証言、それも。
なるほどね。
情報の多角的分析。
素直に俺たちを悪役にしとき。なあ、警察仮にお前らの知りたい情報、それを渡すに。
それはどうやらあんたには。
俺はな、この血のたぎりをスカッとさせてくれるんなら。俺たち全員相手に勝てりゃ。
ダメだ、正当防衛ならともかく俺たちに死闘は許。
おいおい、喧嘩は嫌だってんなら。こいつら。うるせえ。なーに2時間くらいどこかに行って。そうすりゃ
そうだな。1対1のタイマー。
Okay, yeah, it's a one-on-one fight
練習試合の
between Lloyd and Wald.
俺がしのいだらそんなしく。
ちょっと。
おいおい、アホかお前。そこの赤毛ならともかく。
これでも捜査官だ。町のチンピラ風情に。
上等だよ。まさかやつ以外にいいだろう小僧。サーベルバイパーのヘッドバルド。しのげるもんならとっとと来いや。
さあかかってこい。インクマ工藤。行くぞ。
Okay, he's missed like twice in a row. That's actually pretty lucky.
てめえ上等だ。
行くぞ。
This fight may actually not be that bad. Okay, so he resists earth magic.
俺の番だな。よし。よし。やっ。行くぞ。
Okay, that was a lot of damage. Okay, we got him. Not too bad. Okay, I feel like I should just read this to you guys because I just feel like the fact that it's not dubbed, it bothers me. So I'm probably just going to read the dialogue. Either way, not bad for a warm-up round. For a second there, I considered going all out, but my showdown with the pretty boy's almost here, so I'll let you off the hook this time. How thoughtful of you. So mind filling us in on the details of the incident now? Sure, you earned it, I guess. It all happened 5 nights ago. Those blue bastards jumped one of my boys. Happened right nearby here, too. Wait, what? It's just like... I'm betting those cowards told you one of their own was attacked the same way. Of course, that's just something they pulled out of their asses. Us Saber Vipers like to throw down, but we fight like men. You really think we bitch out and jump somebody in the dark? How badly was your guy hurt? Beaten till his bones started to fracture. He's in the hospital now. Said it'll be a month or so before he's fully recovered. Unlike the Blue Bastards guy, he didn't pass out right after the pummeling started. But he took a hell of a worse beating, that's for sure. I see. You guys definitely sure the testaments are the perps? If your guy's conscious right now, he must have seen we got him, yeah? Goon, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Wait, did he not even see the attackers? Guess not. But it was definitely those blue bastards, I bet my life on it. After all, he was sniped by one of their rocks. A rock? Are you referring to the stones they launch with their slingshots? Damn right I am. The shot knocked him flat on his ass. So the cowards took the chance to rush in and beat him down. He hung on for a bit, then passed out. Far as I'm concerned, the culprits are obvious. That's all I gotta tell you. I said it before and I'll say it again. I couldn't care less about the little details. I'm gonna put into that pretty boy and every last one of those blue bastards. Nothing else matters at this point. Want to interfere? Be my guest. I'll just have to crush you along with them. You made your point, Wald. Anyway, thanks for your cooperation. I'm sure your statement will be key in solving this case. We'll contact you if we figure something out. Knock yourself out, kid. This is quite confusing. A member of each group was assaulted. Perhaps they were being untruthful. On second thought, none of them seemed to be lying. Is something the matter? Are you still recovering from the fight? Oh, no, that's not it. I'm fine. Besides, he was going easy on me. I was just thinking that something doesn't add up. How so? Well, 5 nights ago, members from both groups were assaulted at the same time, but in different locations. Even if they had coincidentally attacked each other simultaneously. With this many people involved, how likely would it end for them being oblivious of each other's movements? Oh, you're right. Neither of them are pros at covert operations, so chances of that are slim as hell. What if one group was ambushed and then retaliated in kind? That wouldn't explain it either. They would have taken precautionary measures to avoid facing retaliation from the enemy. Both sides were taken completely by surprise. Isn't that right, Lloyd? Yeah, there's definitely something off about this case. It feels like we're missing a critical piece of the puzzle. Looks like you guys could use a hand. Aren't you the reporter from the Crossbell Times? Hello everyone. We meet again. Cha-ching! Just scored myself a money shot. This is an infringement on our right to privacy. I can't help it. Take pictures for as long as I have. What? I can't help it. Take pictures for as long as I have, and your camera develops a mind of its own. Who knows? Maybe I'll feature you in my next article. You guys should take any publicity you can get. I don't think it works that way. We read the nasty article you recently wrote about us. Do you intend on making a mockery of us again? What can I say? You guys seem to be a hit with the readers. More importantly, it looks like you've managed to land yourselves neck deep in yet another juicy scoop. Maybe you'd be interested in helping out little old me with my next big story. I'll even take you out for a nice meal as thanks for the article from the other day. My treat. No? What makes you think we'd share information about an ongoing investigation with a civilian? Let alone someone working for the media. Oh, phooey. Don't sweat the details. And here I was, thinking I'd treat everyone to some delicious Eastern cuisine. And offer you the critical piece of the puzzle for dessert. Well, now they have to. What? So that's what you were playing at. Trying to reel us in with the old give and take. Bingo. If you find yourselves getting peckish, I'll be at Long Lao Tavern near the East Street exit. I'll head there first and drink all my lonesome until you arrive. Oh, come to think of it, I haven't properly introduced myself, have I? I'm Grace Lynn, a reporter for the Crossbell Times, but you can call me Miss Grace if you'd like. Grace Lynn, a reporter from the Crossbell Times. This whole offer of hers seems shady as hell, but damn if she didn't lay down some good bait. Might be worth seeing what her deal is. Yeah. Putting her bribery attempt aside for now, we should probably at least hear her out. We can't rely on headquarters to assist us, so we should take any help we can get for the investigation. Agreed. As a reporter, I imagine she's fairly well informed. But we'd best be careful what we say in front of her. I agree. She gave the impression she was ready to strike the moment you let your guard down. Okay, so we need to go back to East Street. I knew you'd come crawling to me. Don't be shy now. Have a seat. Like I promised, it's my treat, so get whatever you like. Well, that's awfully kind of you. We'll have to respectfully decline the dinner. How about we stick to exchanging information? Boo, you're no fun. Or are you trying to make a statement that you're impervious to bribes, unlike the upper echelons at the CPD? What? I don't see the problem with it. If you're buying, I'll be happy to go to town on some free food. I would also accept, so long as you do not have any ulterior motives. It's probably okay. I don't see the harm in sharing a casual meal together. You too, Elie? Looks like you're the only one worried about Big Bad Grace's shady dinner invite, Lloyd. How are you ever going to become a pro detective if you're not willing to bend the rules once in a while? Alright, I get it already. but no alcohol. Thank you very much for the meal. That's right, no drinking on the job. Kinda love his team not giving a fuck about his rules. I know. Well, I mean, he's just very serious and all about the job. The chef here is highly skilled. The food is very satisfying. Though it's kind of hard to savor something this tasty without a good drink. Come on, Lloyd, don't be such a hard ass. One sip ain't gonna kill me, you know? Absolutely not. You know we're still technically on duty, right? We have to keep our wits about us at all times. Yeah, whatever. Our leader's as stubborn as a damn mule. I believe the problem is that you are far too loose with the rules, Randy. I'm going to have to agree with them. Drinking on the job is highly inappropriate. Oh, you guys are so entertaining. Your personalities are wildly different, yet you fit together so perfectly. I think the four of you really make quite the team. I hope you know that flattery isn't going to get you anything. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. We've now told you everything we know about the incident in the downtown district. I seem to recall you mentioning that you had the missing piece to the puzzle earlier. Isn't it about time you filled us in on it? And what if I told you that I don't want it? I suppose we could just never trust you again. Further, today would be the last time we would ever speak with you. Wow, Lloyd sounds so petty. Oh, calm down. I was just messing with you. But I gotta say, you really are cute when you bust out that serious face of yours. Maybe because it's such a charming contrast to your usual soft, friendly disposition. Okay guys, how about we get back to work? Yes, that sounds fine by me. Thank you for the meal. Aw, don't be like that. I said I was kidding, didn't I? You want your puzzle piece, right? Fine, I'll tell you, I promise. Where do I begin? First things first, are you familiar with a group name... I'm probably going to butcher this. Is it Ravash? I'm going to say Ravash. Oh, that name. Huh? What's up with you two? Your jaws just dropped straight to the floor. Ravash and Company? I believe there's a business in Crossbell registered under that name. Well, that's what they present themselves as, your average law-abiding citizens. The truth of the matter is they're actually Crossbell's mafia. They've been controlling our dark underworld for a long time. The mafia? So they're a criminal organization then. Makes sense. I've definitely heard rumors about there being a mafia in Crossbell. Guessing this news didn't come as a surprise to either of you, yeah? Yeah. It's pretty hard to be in the dark about them if you're Crossbellian. The organization has a vast network of connections which includes some very powerful people. Based on what I've heard, it's because of this that the police find it difficult to take any action against them. Huh. Guess the underbelly of society is pretty much the same no matter where you go. So what does Ravash have to do with this incident? More than you'd think. I've been hearing that Ravash's bigwigs have been very active recently, suspiciously so. It's hard to pin down exactly what they're up to, but they're definitely getting ready for something big. Noticing this, I decided to do a little investigating of my own on the side. So the Mafia is making a move? What could they possibly be up to? Whatever it is, it certainly sounds ominous. I have a terrible feeling about this. So that must be what brought you to the downtown district today, correct? What? Bingo, my friend. One of my sources let me know that about 2 weeks ago there were a few members of the Mafia snooping around the area, but they were dressed inconspicuously as though they were trying to conceal their identities. Doesn't that smell awfully fishy to you? Yeah, it definitely stinks. Agreed. Something feels out of place. It's unlikely that each gang would simultaneously and independently choose to attack one another. A third party orchestrating things from the shadows, however, would explain what happened. there's still something I don't understand. Why would a criminal organization want two delinquent groups to antagonize each other? Right, that's the million-mirror question. It makes sense if they already harbored a grudge against one another. Right, as far as I know, there haven't been any serious conflicts between them before now. Though all three of these groups might be on the violent side, the Mafia are professionals, the gangs are amateurs next to them. Since there's nothing Ravash stands to gain, I don't see a reason why they'd interact with them at all. What if one of them had formed an alliance with the Mafia to off their rival group once and for all? If that's what's going on, then it'd be the attack on themselves that was staged to throw off suspicion. I'm a bit doubtful they'd go quite that far. Yeah, I didn't get the impression that Wazzy and Wald were on bad terms with each other. If anything, I felt like they had some sort of mutual respect for one another. Oh? That was quite the astute observation, Lloyd. Color me impressed. You're right. As far as I'm aware, Wald and Wazzy view each other as good sparring partners. Originally, Wald's Saber Vipers were the only gang in the downtown district. However, that changed 2 years ago. Wazzy showed up out of nowhere and established the Testaments. And we all know how Wald is, so he obviously went to go put Wazzy in his place. But Wazzy took him down? 2 for 2. Wow, you're good. Despite his charming looks and small frame, Wazzy's a skilled martial artist. I've heard he managed to take Wald by surprise with his lightning-quick moves and pinned him to the ground. Wow. I was not expecting that. Dang, that cute little girl's really that strong? Guess you can't judge a book by its cover. No kidding. I know from experience that Wald is no pushover either. He might have underestimated Wazzy the first time, but they've fought a number of times since then and are basically evenly matched. And I think they respect each other precisely because of that history they share. I see, so they're not just rivals, they see each other as equals. Suppose that rules out any likelihood that either of them formed an alliance with the Mafia to crush the other. Right. And their respective gangs are so loyal, I doubt this could have been a few subordinates acting out of line. This can really only mean one thing. I may have divulged a little more information than I should have. Huh? How do you mean? Well, I've got some interviews to take care of, so I'll be off now. Kick some butt with your investigation. I'll be eagerly awaiting a good scoop once you're done. Toodles! She certainly has her own unique way of doing things, doesn't she? But it's thanks to her that we were able to get some valuable information. Yeah, knowing that the Mafia is likely involved with this mess is a huge leap forward in our investigation. Now the real question is, why did the Mafia get involved with this? This is going to be a tough one to figure out with the limited evidence we have right now. I do not recall seeing any relevant information in the police database either. Assuming it is there somewhere, it is likely locked behind multiple levels of authorization. So basically it's classified, huh? That seems likely, considering all the people the Mafia has in their pockets. Alright, let's head back to the SSS and see what Chief Sergey has to say about everything. As much as I'd love for us to solve the case, the situation is starting to become larger than what we can handle. You're right. Yeah, let's head back. Hopefully the old man will actually be there this time. Alright, so let's make it back to the SSS building. Oh, you're back already. Managed to stop those delinquents? Well, about that. We think the situation might be a bit more complicated than expected. How so? Interesting. Chief? Alright, I'll leave everything concerning this case to you lot then. Wait, what? What do you mean by that, exactly? Whether you're willing to continue the investigation is entirely up to you. You won't be getting any info about Ravash out of me either. You'll have to dig for it on your own. How are we supposed to... If I told you to stop the investigation, would you follow orders? What? The Mafia being involved in this case already overcomplicates things. As your supervisor, the most logical step for me is to order you to close the case immediately. Now, is that what you want me to do? No. If we gave up now, it'd just leave a bad taste in my mouth. Randy's right, especially after learning as much as we have. I agree as well. Well, I suppose if you naive kids slipped up and got yourselves hurt on my watch, I'd have a hard time sleeping at night. So I'll do you a favor and introduce you to a trusted consult of mine. A consult? Grimwood Law Office? Something about that name rings a bell. It's located on West Street, run by a lawyer named Ian. Big bearded guy. Oh, near the bakery, right? I remember talking to him a couple times when I lived in that area. I've heard of him too. Mr. Grimwood mainly provides legal consultations to corporations and other businesses, right? Though I believe he also offers his services to ordinary citizens too. That's right, between his beard and his mill, the guy almost looks like a bear. So people have taken to calling him Grizzly Grim. I'm sure he's got loads of info on the Mafia. Who knows? He might even have new intel that even the CPD doesn't know. Really? That is quite impressive. Just what kind of guy is this lawyer? You'll find out when you meet him. I've spoken with him previously about SSS-related matters. He'll at least hear you out if you tell him you're with the Special Support Section. I figure if nothing else, that'll be a good opportunity for you to go introduce yourselves. Understood. We'll check in with him. West Street is just around the corner. Everyone okay with paying this law office a visit? Of course. Shall we head out? Alright, so let's go visit this lawyer. Wow, there's like so much dialogue in this game. I feel like I've talked more in the last hour, or almost hour, than I have all day long. I don't necessarily know that I'm going to read all the dialogue all the time. I don't think I can do that. But I'll try. So much dialogue. I know the scenes are so long, but I mean the story's so good though. All of these games, they're just like phenomenal. Grimwood Law Office. I believe this is the place. Yeah, I've seen its owner around the neighborhood before. I had no idea he was such a prestigious lawyer, though. Well then, Mr. Grimwood, I'm sure we'll speak again in the near future. Of course, I'll be here. Can't your division do anything more to solve this, though? I wish you'd think a little more about how this will impact the citizens. Currying flavor with the populace is not my responsibility, if you'll excuse me. You four. Is something the matter? Ah, I see. So you're those pups that Sergei decided to adopt. Come again? Hold on. That badge, you work for the CPD too? Who I am isn't important to you. I imagine you're here to speak with Mr. Grimwood about something. Whatever it is, I hope you don't intend on wasting his time. Unlike you useless rookies, he's a busy man. Excuse me? What a jerk. What was his problem? He looked like a detective from one of the investigative divisions. He appeared to be the arrogant type. Maybe, but I get the feeling Specs there can hold his own. Did you notice the weapon strapped under his left arm? Wait, he had a weapon? I didn't even see it. Impressive observation, Randy. I detected it with my sensors. He carried a large handgun, military grade, I believe. Yeah, sounds about right. Dang, guys. You two are amazing. It was nothing. I just managed to catch it out of the corner of my eye. More importantly, should we not head inside and greet the lawyer? Oh, right. I'm sure he's very busy, but we should still go ahead and introduce ourselves. Forget something, detective? Oh, pardon me. I mistook you for someone else. Welcome to the Grimwood Law Office. How can I help you today? Oh, no need to hold back. If you have a question, ask away. You four look quite young. Have you got into some trouble with loans? Or perhaps you're looking to open a business together? Come now, ask me anything. No, sir, it's nothing like that. Hold on. Now that I've taken a closer look, I can't help but feel as though I've seen you somewhere before, young man. Are you one of the kids that used to live in this neighborhood? Wow, you remember me? That's right. I lived in one of the apartment complexes here about 3 years ago. Allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Lloyd Bannings. So you did live here. Yes, that explains why you look so familiar. Wait. Bannings? Then could you be Guy Bannings' younger brother? Huh? Yeah, I am. You knew my brother then? More than just knew him, we... Never mind. I suppose you're here to discuss something important. Come on in. You can fill me in on the details while we take a seat. Oh, and where are my manners? I'm Ian Grimwood, lawyer and head of this law firm. I see. I was wondering when I would meet the special support section that Sergei told me he was putting together. Oh yes. Now that I think about it, I read an article in the Crossbell Times about you. You certainly showed diligence and spunk right out of the gate, didn't you? Sounds like our first job may have been a little exaggerated. So Guy's younger brother is a police officer now too. My, how wonderful. I can only imagine this is Adios' will. Mr. Grimwood, can I ask you about your relationship with my brother? Well, the same one I expect you and I will now have. Guy used to drop by occasionally to share and exchange all sorts of information with me. As I'm sure you now know, he was an incredibly talented detective. So I wager he ended up helping me far more than I was able to help him. Wait a moment. Lloyd, your older brother is a detective? The hell, man, why didn't you tell us about him? Oh, sorry guys, I guess it just never came up. Besides, Guy's no longer with us. You mean... He was killed in the line of duty. About 3 years ago now. Oh. That explains why you left Crossbell. What happened to Guy truly was tragic. Believe it or not, I've conducted my investigations into that particular incident. Sadly, any leads that may exist eluded me. Is that so? Well, let's put that aside for now. It's not why we've come here today. Mr. Grimwood, we've explained our situation to you. Is there anything you can share with us pertaining to Ravash or its recent activities? Ravash. There's a name surrounded by nothing but sinister rumors. Illegal dealings with both the Empire and the Republic. The selling of stolen goods, mirror laundering, weapon trafficking, and even operating as the middleman for hiring Jaegers. I'd say it more likely than take advantage of Crossbell's unique situation to aid them in each and every one of their long list of crimes. What do you mean by unique situation? What he means is, while trade and commerce have grown exponentially over the past few years, Crossbell's political foundation is quickly deteriorating, right? Well put. Crossbell and politics are currently in an extremely fragile state. The majority of politicians choose to align themselves with either the Empire or Republic and are nothing more than greedy, power-hungry leeches. Even if some kind of legislation to crack down on Ravash was proposed, it would never pass. There are simply too many Diet members in their pockets. For real? Damn. Unfortunately, he's correct. The number of Diet members tied to the Mafia is higher than I'd like to admit. That's likely the main reason the police can't touch them. The issue seems quite complicated, or perhaps I am simply too young to understand. Does this mean Ravash can commit any crime they want to with no repercussions? No, it hasn't gotten to that point yet. If the government were to turn a blind eye to any obvious crime on their part, I'm sure it would send Crossbellans and our surrounding nations in an uproar. Therefore, Ravash has been very careful to avoid directly interfering with the citizenry's daily lives. However, as long as they don't actually cross that line, the CPD won't lay a finger on them. They've overlooked so many of Ravash's smaller crimes that they can't see what they've all added up to. This can't be real. Reality ain't so pretty. Behind all this city's neon lights, there are demons lurking in the shadows. I can only wonder what sort of information is inside those highly classified documents. Anyway, that's essentially all I know about Ravash. However, I need to mention that the situation with the Mafia has taken a turn. Really? Could you explain? I hear that even the CPD has just acquired this intel, but apparently a new faction strong enough to oppose Ravash has recently surfaced, and by all accounts they are quite powerful indeed. A new faction? Surely it's not the Bracer Guild, right? No, this new faction isn't a threat to Ravash because they're looking to bring them to justice. They're a threat because they're in the same line of business. You see, there's a powerful organization that operates out of the Republic's eastern quarter, and it's already managed to worm its way into Crossbell. What? You're certain of this? Yes, previous rumors on this organization turned out to be true, so I have no reason to be skeptical now. They're called Hive? I don't know how you say that. Just recently, a new commercial unit registered under the name of such and such trading opened for business in the Harbor District. The name certainly seems to be of Eastern origins. If things go south, it'd be a war between two organized crime groups. The petty fights we've seen between the street gangs would be nothing compared to that. You're absolutely right. At the very least, there have been overt signs of dispute between the two groups just yet. However, I wouldn't be surprised if they began battling each other outside of the public eye. The 1st Division seems to be keeping a close eye on the whole thing. You don't say. So the man with glasses who left right when we arrived was... Yes, that was Detective Dudley from the 1st Division. Coincidentally, he was asking me questions on the same topic. A coincidence indeed. Lloyd? You went quiet all of a sudden. Let me guess, you noticed something. Yeah, I still need time to sort it all out in my head, though. Thank you very much, Mr. Grimwood. Without your help, we wouldn't have been able to find the lead we needed to move forward with our investigation. I'm just glad I could be of assistance. Sergei's always been a tremendous help to me. So personally, I'll be praying for your success. If you ever run into any problems, you're welcome to stop by here anytime. So what's the next course of action? Should we go back to the SSS building and sort through all the information we've gathered? Good idea. But before we do that, now's the time to wrap up any unfinished business we still have to take care of. If my hunch about the truth of these incidents is correct, well, let's just say we're in for a bumpy ride. Well, we'll just have to buckle up then, won't we? Anyhow, let's head back to base once we've crossed everything off our to-do list. Sound good? Yes, it does. Let us make haste. Well, the good thing about this is that we've already completed all the quests, so we can just go straight back to the headquarters, so don't have to worry about that. I think we're pretty close to the end of the prologue. We're already 4 hours in and we're still in the prologue. It's insane. What's that? A message, maybe? Oh, I guess he stepped out. Who wants to bet that he ran away because the case seemed like a pain in the ass? We cannot rule out that possibility. Well, at the very least, we've been given permission to solve this case however we like. So with that in mind, what's our next step? Should we review what we know? Yeah, definitely. Let's get this meeting started then. First off, we should review all of our info that's relevant to the case. The incident took place around midnight 5 days ago. Members of both the Saber Vipers and Testaments were each ambushed by unknown assailants. However, the attacks occurred at 2 different locations in the city's downtown district. Here and here. The Testament's member was attacked in the alleyway to the west, and the Saber Viper was messed up in front of Ignis, which is toward the east. In other words, the attacks happened at the opposite ends of the area. Exactly, by spacing them this far apart, it prevented each group from immediately learning about the attack on the other, so consequently, each group came to the conclusions that they were attacked by the other, which is what we confirmed today. Yeah, the only answer that makes sense is that there was a third party involved. Unless both groups rehearse their accounts, chances of either group being responsible for attacking the other are pretty slim. Agreed. Based on the evidence so far, it's safe to assume the attacks were the work of some third party. All we can do now is consider all the possibilities and rule out the ones that don't seem feasible. But we already have an idea of what the third party might be, isn't that right, Lloyd? Yeah. They're the ones in control of Crossbell's criminal underbelly, the notorious mafia, Ravash and Company. According to the intel Grace shared with us, someone spotted mafiosos snooping around the downtown district a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to verify the credibility of that. But for now, let's continue to review the assumption that Ravash was responsible for both attacks. Well, that just brings us to the next question. What was their motive? Exactly. Figuring out the answer to that is crucial. If we can't figure out their motive, we're all the way back to square one. Motive, huh? There's hardly any conflict of interest between the Mafia and the 2 gangs. There must be some line that connects these 3 dots together. I imagine you already have some idea of what that is, don't you, Lloyd? Well, I can't say with absolute certainty, of course, but I think there's at least one thing that might connect these 3 factors. The only realistic possibility that comes to mind is Hiue. I'm just going to say Hiue. I don't know if that's what it is, but Oh, right. Our grizzly friend mentioned that, didn't he? That definitely feels like the most likely possibility for now. In that case, though, what about Hiyue connects these three? In order for them to be connected, there must be some necessity. For example, was it this connection with Hiyue that made the attacks against the two gangs unavoidable? Yeah. Yeah, that would explain everything. Oh? What you thinking? Well, about the necessity Tio mentioned. What do you think Ravash would do if they found out Hiyue was trying to establish a foothold in Crossbell? Well, I'd imagine they'd want to build up their forces pronto, recruit more people and upgrade their weaponry, you know? Ravash should have no problems getting new weapons, given their known smuggling operations. But how do they go about recruiting people? Good question. Normally you'd hire Jaegers, but that's unlikely in Crossbell's case, given the scrutiny the neighboring countries put on us. So long as the non-aggression pact stands, Erebonia and Calvard would never overlook unauthorized Jaegers entering the state. The two Diet factions representing them would likely react the same way too. That's it. Lloyd, could the Mafia be recruiting the gang members? Hot-blooded and more or less disciplined. I can't think of a more perfect pool of candidates to beef up the Mafia's presence in the city. But there are certain individuals in each gang preventing that, aren't there? Right. I can never see Wazi cooperating with the Mafia, and I doubt Wald would even bow down to any kind of authority, even Ravash. He's not the type of person who would allow others to boss him around. So Ravash realizes this and plots to weaken the two gangs, intending to swoop in later and bag the remaining members. Hell, that must be it. Remember, this is still nothing more than a theory. All we've done is bring together the facts and try to make sense of them. Oh, look at you being all modest. I think that your analysis of the situation isn't too far from the truth, Lloyd. Your reasoning was sound and logical. Clearly your detective certifications were well earned. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. So, everyone, our next move should be to explain our theory to those two, don't you think? Those two? Hey, you don't mean. I sure do. Walled Wells and Wazi Hemisphere, leaders of the Saber Vipers in the Testaments. I mean, Wazi already beat him once. He's just asking for more punishment. It's you punks. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. Oh no, it's a pleasure to be here. So what's this fun anecdote you promised to share with us? Well, I don't know if fun is the right word exactly, but I'm sure you'll both find it interesting at least. Hold the phone. Anecdotes? Fun? What the hell are you two going on about? Oh, Wald, you're such a simpleton. What did you... Surely you remember the incidents that occurred 5 nights ago? They're here to tell us that they believe the culprit was... who the culprit was, obviously. The culprit? What do you mean? Impressive deduction, Wazi. I assume you already had your own suspicions? Well, at first, I wondered if one of my members had, perhaps acted out of line. But as I started to sort things out, I realized that something was off about the whole situation. That goes for the Saber Viper side too. Sadly, that's as far as my deductions could take me. I see. That will make things easier to explain at least. Walled whales? I know there are still gaps in our theory. Still, would you listen to what we found so far? Fine. Keep it short. Waste a minute of my time and I'll bash that baby face of yours in. And that's what we've come up with that's what we've come to with the information on hand. I'd like to hear each of your thoughts on it. My, how unexpected. To think that we played right into the Mafia's hands. Does that mean you agree with Lloyd's theory? But of course. After all, Ravash sent me some of their agents to visit us already. They asked us to work for them, promising us the moon and stars for their service. Needless to say, I immediately turned them down and sent them on their merry way. Huh. Interesting. That settles things with one of them. So, Wald, I assume the Mafia paid you a social call as well? Yeah, about a month ago. They were acting all high and mighty, so I decided to show them what real strength looked like. Sent them packing real fast. Can't believe it actually had the balls to pull a fast one on me like this. Wazzy, I'm postponing our duel. First, I gotta warm up by crushing the mugs of our mobsters. Wait, you can't. Such a short temper. Calm down, Wald. Acting recklessly will just lead to... The last time was merely jest, but you really are a simpleton. Say that again. You know perfectly well that you don't stand a chance against the Mafia on your own. Just imagine it, the leader of the Saber Vipers, Walled Whales, waltzing into the Mafia's sights like a pig to slaughter. You won't stand a chance. Shut it. We don't know what'll happen till we try. Maybe you could survive. But what about your poor little Vipers? Can they catch bullets with their teeth? What do you propose we do, you bony wise ass? You really expect me to just sit here and swallow the shame of having our men hurt like that? Of course I don't. I believe that only a small part of the Mafia was actually involved in this little scheme. As such, there's no need to take the whole organization on, just a handful of them who have it coming. And I know just the way to get our revenge and ensure that they don't show their faces in the downtown district ever again. I'll require your help though, Wald. You need my help? Hold on, you two. What are you planning? If you do anything to break the law... Oh, relax. If anything illegal happens, you'll be right there to stop it. After all, you're helping too. We're doing what now? Isn't it your responsibility to resolve the conflict brewing in the downtown district? I claim that makes it your obligation to gently persuade the Mafia into leaving all of us down there alone, for good. Do correct me if I'm wrong, Lloyd. Well, what exactly is Wazzy talking about? Remember, it was you who bothered to call us out here to share your grand theory. Isn't it only natural to see this case through? Wazzy has a point.
3日が過ぎた。一触即発だった旧市街は不自然なほど。そして
静かなもんだな。
Huh? It's way too quiet around here. We went through all that effort and those dumbasses still haven't torn each other apart. Don't you worry. Those guys are doused in gasoline at this point. One small spark and everything will be up in flames. Those morons don't even know what hit him. All we gotta do is find another underling or two and beat the crap out of them. Blue or red, it doesn't matter. Soon as you see one, kick his ass. And for your own sake, you better not get caught. Use a slingshot for a saber viper and just bash one of those testament guys from behind. Got it. Let the hunt begin, boys. What a dumbass. Fell right into our trap. We don't got time to waste. Rough him up, boys. Just be sure you don't kill him. This is just business. No hard feelings, okay? Think again. What the hell? Man, I'm honestly a little shocked. I really didn't think you'd fall into our trap so easily. Who the hell is this guy? To tell you the truth, I'd be fine with cuffing you and taking you to the precinct already. But I'm not sure the force will find just this one sting operation sufficient evidence to hold you, so I'll just have to let you go this time. Oh crap, don't tell me this guy's with... He's a cop? Not to worry, boys. He's just a special helper. Dude, are you serious? How the hell did they fall for this? Lloyd's prediction was impeccable. Are you alright, Lloyd? Yeah, I'm fine. Putting that shock-absorbing pad underneath my hood was definitely a good call, though. Damn it. They were on to us. Since when? Well then, gentlemen, that raises the question. What will be your next move? Surrender peacefully now, and I may be merciful toward your misdeeds. Or if you prefer, we can do the hunting this time. That may prove entertaining. Damn. Quick, split up. Two of you, come with me. What should we do, Lloyd? Let's call... No one to send the two girls by themselves. I'm gonna call Elie. Come with me, Elie. Randy, Tio, I'll leave the other group to you. Damn it. I can't believe those little brats from the police are involved. I'll need to contact headquarters and request backup. Hold on. If the boss finds out we screwed up, he'll... Damn. Fine. Then we should at least... Where do you punk asses think you're going? What? When'd they get here? Checkmate. Yeah, that was easy enough. The ball's in Lloyd's and Ellie's court now. A valiant effort, but no dice. Where did you come from? Jump for it. You've got nowhere else to run now. That was quite the wild goose chase, wasn't it? Sorry to disappoint, but our fun little game of cops and robbers has come to an end. Surely you've realized your best option is to surrender, no? Look at you cocky little brats. You think you're so damn smart. We're about to show you what happens when you force professionals to get serious. Better hope you live to regret it. Seems they want to fight after all. Well, I for one am happy to oblige. I can continue to count on your support, right, Lloyd? Funnily enough, I almost said the same thing. Let's do this. They're coming. Well, with Wazzy helping us, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Okay, yeah, these guys are like no match. You damned kids. I knew they weren't going to be pushovers, but that was tough. One appeared to be using a military-grade firearm, too, the newest model manufactured in Erebonia, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure that's just one of the many kinds of weapons their group smuggles. By the way, Lloyd, I must say you played your part as bait to perfection. The dramatic confrontation in Fall, it looked so real, it had me on the edge of my seat. Well, your plan didn't give me much of a choice, did it? I wasn't about to let anyone else put themselves in harm's way. And so you volunteered to take the role of bait for yourself. I was worried sick, you know. Sorry, Elie. That soft-hearted nature of yours is sure to cause problems in the future. Although I don't necessarily find that part of you to be a turn-off. Oh my god. Anyway, I was able to exact my revenge, and it's all thanks to your help. Your cooperation has been much appreciated. You cocky little. Where do you get off acting like you've won? Now you've done it, you sons of bitches. From this day on, you've made an enemy of Ravash. You damn rookies rule this day. All of the Diet members are on our payroll. Don't think you'll be able to get away scot-free. Is that what you think? Looks like you haven't taken your lesson to heart yet. New plan. I'm gonna hang you dumbasses upside down like a bunch of punching bags, then beat the absolute piss out of you. Please. Wait, Wald. That's going to... Not to worry. You can leave the rest to us. Wald, try not to get too carried away, okay? These guys are professionals after all. They could bite back even stronger next time if you mess with them too much. Whatever. How about this, boys? Why don't we keep this friendly little spat to ourselves? I doubt pros like yourselves would want your bosses to find out that you got your asses handed to you by a bunch of little brats like us. Such a pathetic report wouldn't go over well now, would it? Get bent, asshole. You'd be too arge under if we were taking you seriously. My, I'm no lawyer, but if you ask me, it's probably in your best interest to bow out now. race? What are you doing here? I've been keeping my eyes peeled for my favorite new rookies these past few days. And much to my expectations, what an absolute feast of information you've given me. Oh boy, I'm dying to write up a riveting tale in my next article about this unlikely operation. Why you? You're just some bitch from the local rag. You think you can take Ravashon? Huh? Well, circumstances are more complicated than I care for, so I won't reveal your names. However, if you bad boys are caught pulling another stunt like this, I can't make any promises. Fine, whatever. We'll be going now. But if you don't keep your word, lady. Yeah, standard issue threat, I got it. To be fair, though, you're the ones that should be worrying about keeping your promises. Wouldn't want to be in hot water, would we? Crossed the line again, and a little birdie told me you might find the bracers on your tails. What? The bracers? Just a little FYI, Arios was strongly considered taking over this case. Naturally, being as in demand as he is, he was totally up to his neck in requests. He figured he'd leave it in your guys' hands this time. Is that true? He's keeping tabs on us, eh? That appears to be the case. Oh, hell no. As if we'd be moronic enough to make an enemy of Arios McLean. There's no point in staying in this dump any longer. We're out of here. That was nice of her to name drop Arios. That helped out a lot. Oh boy, Arios McLean, the divine blade of wind. I've heard my fair share of his exploits, but I didn't think the name alone would be enough to send the Mafia packing. To hell with this shit. Screw it. Show's over, boys. Get your asses moving. We're leaving. I must say, I couldn't have done it without your help. So I'm assuming this means mission accomplished for you? Yeah, I suppose so. Though I guess our original mission was to only stop the fight between your gangs a few days ago. Anyway, you shouldn't have a reason to go to war with Wald anymore, right? What are you going on about now? What? Whether the Mafia is involved or not, it's not like our relations with the Saber Vipers are going to change overnight. We're still going to view each other as a blight on our territory. That won't change. Sure, there probably won't be another large conflict between us for a while, but our regular scuffles are bound to continue, no doubt about it. Hold on now. If you don't want our future fights to get out of hand, you're more than welcome to stop by and intervene when the time comes. Perhaps you could even join in on our amicable little disputes. I'd welcome you with loving arms. I don't get the impression that he's joking in the slightest. Well then, I wish you sweet dreams, everyone. Let us return, Abbas. Our crusade is ended. Let us withdraw. Yes, sir. What an incorrigible group of men. Leave them be. They're just a bunch of hot-headed dudes ready for a fight. Nothing you can really do about it. For once, you might be right. More importantly, we've successfully resolved our mission. Isn't that right, Lloyd? Yeah, for sure. It just doesn't feel very satisfying for some reason. We're still not good enough. We had to rely on someone else to finish the job yet again. How was that? Did I nail it? What useless petty pride. There's nothing wrong with accepting a little help in times like these. How else are you going to uncover the full truth? Only once you've understood this can you truly call yourself a detective. Just like your brother. Well, I think it's time for me to head on home now. I gotta go exfoliate. You'd be surprised how much work I work to keep my skin this flawless. Anyway, nighty-night. So she knows Lloyd's brother too. Man, your brother was pretty famous, huh, Lloyd? Judging from what I've heard, it sounds like he was an extremely talented individual. When he was on the job, there wasn't a lot of people who could outrank him when it came to proactiveness and persistence. At any rate, our mission is accomplished. Let's return to the SSS building and give Chief Sergei our report. I think I get the picture. Well, this is about what I expected from you guys. If we get another case like this, I'm sure you'll be able to handle it better. Yes, sir. Anyway, I'm sure you caught a glimpse of it during the case. The thorny, problematic side of Crossbell. Well, yeah, it's definitely going to be a pain in the ass. Crossbell's seedy underbelly. A complicated hotbed of corruption hidden just below the surface. It's true. Let me just remind you guys that the people over at CPD headquarters are anything but incompetent. Sure, some idiots decide to trade away their dignity for bribes, but most of the detectives are pretty damn capable. They've got morals and a sense of justice. However, they're often stopped by certain barriers. Politicians and public officials who've sold their honor to the Mafia, for example. So how about it, Lloyd? You ready to turn in your badge and become a bracer? No, sir. These barriers are the reason the Special Support Section was established, right? Oh. Protect civilians above all else. The Bracer's Code is admirable, but it has its own limitations. Some problems can't be solved by that. Smuggling and illegal arms dealing, the sale of stolen goods and mirror laundering, collusion between the Mafia and government officials. These are all the problems that lie outside the Bracer's jurisdiction. He's got a point. So even the power of the supporting gauntlet has its limitations. However, as police officers, we have the power to right these wrongs. Countless barriers may stand in our way, but the possibility of getting over them isn't zero. He's right. We as the SSS can create opportunities others can't for the true change in Crossbell. That's what they're trying to say, isn't it? Yeah, but hopefully I'm not being too optimistic. I don't think that reality is not as simple as you make it out to be. However, I agree that the possibility is never zero. Take a look at this guy, would you? Dueling with the head of a delinquent group, volunteering as bait to lure out the Mafia. Here I had you pegged as a serious type, but it turns out you're as hot-blooded as they come. I'm not really sure if hot-blooded is the right term, Randy. Still, working with all of you on this case helped me realize this. While it's true that we're still inexperienced, as long as we stick together, no matter how high they may be, there isn't a single barrier we can't overcome. Lloyd. Well, how about that? Perhaps the cheesiest speech ever. I second that. You don't have to laugh that hard, Chief. You think I have my head in the clouds, don't you? I think you're fine just the way you are. While it's true that the SSS was created under certain complicated circumstances, it's your guys' job to decide where we go from here. Use this division however you see fit. Chief, I might not be able to give you much direct assistance with your missions. But if you end up pulling some crazy stunt and take off HQ, I can at least toss you a bone and cover for you guys. Friendship was the key all along. That's right, buddy. Friendship was the key. We appreciate it, Chief. I see you prefer a laissez-faire approach. Sheesh. Being understanding is one thing, but this is getting closer to carelessness, Chief. Perhaps laziness is more apt. Huh. Just one of the perks of being a no-good adult. Will the SSS remain a pale imitation of the Bracer Guild, or will it become something new? Something that creates new possibilities for this city? I, for one, am going to kick back with a cigarette and watch the fireworks. Prologue, Special Support Section, end. Okay, the prologue is finished. How did we do? All right. is the end of the prologue, guys. I think we're actually going to go ahead and end stream here. I know it's about 20 minutes early, but I don't want to go ahead and start chapter 1 and get sucked into that because I've got to get my wife from work at 9, and I've got a few things I need to do before I run and go get her. So we are going to go ahead and call stream. Tomorrow night, we're going to start chapter 1 in Trails from Zero and see where the story takes us after that. But now that Lloyd and the gang have established themselves as the SSS in Crossbell and solved their first big mission, their first big case, we'll see what happens once we start chapter 1. I've never played this game all the way through. I've only beaten the first 2 chapters. So I'm very excited to go on this journey with you guys for the rest of this playthrough and get to Trails to Azure. Because I hear the story really takes off in that game, so I'm pretty excited to see where everything goes from there with these characters. I don't know if I can read that much dialogue, because I am so out of breath right now. I was reading consistently, but I might pick certain parts, certain key parts that are most important scenes, and I'll read those. But I definitely do wish this game was dubbed, because I do like the dub voices from all the modern Trails games. But that was the prologue, guys. So I do want to thank all of you for coming out to the stream tonight and supporting the channel. So we are currently at 641 followers. Hopefully by the end of this year, the end of 2024, we can make it to 1,000 followers. I'm hopeful that that'll happen. Also, February 17th, I mentioned it before, but we are going to have my 3-year stream anniversary of becoming a Twitch affiliate. I'm going to try to come up with a couple of giveaways. Also, we're going to play some multiplayer games, and it's going to be a longer stream. I'm shooting for 5 or 6 hours. I'll probably do, that's a Saturday, I'll probably try to shoot for a 5 or 6 hour stream just to, have some fun, play with a few people in chat. We'll probably do some Mario Kart. I don't know if I want to play, I wouldn't mind to play Fortnite. The crappy thing is I haven't figured out a way to get party chat in the stream yet, and I'm going to try to work on that a little bit. I would also, at some point, like to get a new camera, because I would like for you guys to be able to see me as I'm interacting with you guys and see me streaming and see my reactions, because I think it would just be better than obviously you hearing me, but that takes money, and I'm working on that currently. I think I've found a few cameras within the $50-$60 range. I'm not one of those people that's going to go out and spend $100 to $200 on a freaking camera. It's not going to happen. I'm not a penny pincher, but I'm also for one, my wife will kill me for blowing all that money on a camera. But if I can, get a camera for around $50 or something like that, I think that'll be good. But we're going to play more Trails from Zero tomorrow, and then next week we are going to go back into our Tales of Exilia playthrough that we started freaking forever ago, and we'll be streaming 2 to 3 times next week as well. So the only streams we have for this week is tonight and tomorrow. Saturday, I'm not going to have a stream, so we just have 2 streams this week, and then hopefully we can do 3 next week, but at least we'll have 2. But I want to thank you guys for coming out to stream tonight. I missed you guys. I was hoping that I was going to get to stream. I didn't really get to stream last week, and that kind of sucked. I was very busy, and this week it just felt really good to stream and see everyone. So hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow night and start seeing more of everyone on stream. 2024, guys, I have tons of things planned for different parts of the year, so I'm really excited to get to the nitty gritty and playing some cool games. I have some cool things coming down the line for everybody to see, so super excited about that. But I do want to thank you guys for coming out and supporting the stream tonight. So I will see you guys at 6 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night for more Trails from Zero. So, love you guys. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
LinkedIn is the place to be to be. Start advertising on the highest return